Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to cruise the Bell County Motor Works for the India Motorcycle Demo Day. Now I'm really excited because the whole new Scout lineup's going to be there, and I've been really wanting to test it out. Then afterwards, I think we're going to go on a group ride with some of the Indian ambassadors. Should be a really fun day. The weather's been holding out. It's been raining like crazy lately. But with that being said, let's hit the road and have some fun. A little bit of an overcast, but I don't think it's gonna rain today. I've been real sick of the rain here lately, especially when weekends are my big riding times, and if it rains, no fun. I just added the Adventure windshield, which is a little shorter than the stock one that comes on the Pan America. I'm a little curious to how it's gonna be with buffeting. So far I have it in the highest position, and it's really not that bad. I'm going 70, so that's kind of a plus. All right, here we are. Looks like pretty good turnout, a lot of people here. Indian Scout Bobber. The 101 is over here. That thing looks awesome. I might try to get to ride that later, but basically this is exactly the bike I had, so it'll be a nice little comparison. The tank definitely looks a lot bigger. The exhaust is a lot bigger, that's for sure, instead of the dual exhaust. I like the intake being kind of right there. New cast engine, tubular frame. Radiator's a lot more tucked in and nice than I thought it would be. Sport Chief. The older model Scout Bobber. God, being able to sit like this with both feet fully planted compared to the Pan America is crazy. How small and agile this bike feels. Oh man, the forward controls, I gotta get used to that. Oh, this feels like such a small bike. Alright, I gotta say, the ergonomics of it feel completely different than my old Scout. I don't know if that's because I'm used to the Pan America now. Now I'm riding the one where you can't change modes in. Someone claimed that before I could get to it, but I'm gonna try to ride one next, and I really want to check out a sport mode. All the hand controls and stuff are completely different. Man. It's like a little rocket. Oh my god. You know, it being the same size motorcycle as my Pan America, the size makes this feel like you're just strapping your legs over a damn rocket and holding on. I will say it doesn't feel as plasticky and as janky. Not that my last Scout was janky, but this one just feels like it's all complete and everything is working together. It's very, very hardy of a bike. Let's cut it in on turn. Oh, scrapes easy. Didn't forget about that. I don't feel too hunched over. When I had my Scout, I had risers on it, about 10-inch risers. So I haven't had bars like this in a long time, I feel like, with this riding position. I will say the suspension, me coming from an adventure motorcycle back on this thing, not forgiving whatsoever. I'm impressed. Some pretty awesome changes. I just love the feel of the bike. Now that we had the young calf, I want to ride that old bull, that Scout 101. Cool thing is they got the dongle strapped right here, keyless ignition. I'm gonna have it in sport mode and we're gonna see how peppy this thing is. Ooh. If we didn't have this semi in front of us, that'd be great. Comparing this to the Pan America with 150 horsepower in sport mode, it can be a little torquey, so I really want to open this thing up and see how it flies. The way this thing sits is a lot more comfortable than the bobber, I'll tell you that much. Now if I was to get a Scout again, 100% this is what I'd get. Ricky was telling me he ordered one. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little jealous when he said it. There's a sense of familiarity with this in my bike, the way it's set up with the risers and everything. I'm glad that this is what they're doing with stock now. Oh man, I hit that bump and the suspension on this thing is 10 times better than what's on that bobber. So in my opinion, a Scout with risers on it mixes in the perfect amount of comfort with aggression of the bike. I mean, such a peppy little cruiser. Just have your hands a little lower than where your shoulders are at, in my opinion. It's great for comfort. Plus 4 controls. I don't really know how I feel with 4 controls. I'm on the fence about them. I probably would prefer mid controls, and you can get mid controls for this. But it being such a low bike to the ground with a low center of gravity, anything longer than a 30-minute ride, you might want forward controls. From owning a Scout and putting everything on it that I wanted on it, which was a fairing, risers, this bike coming with that, the only thing I would change, honestly, is probably the exhaust. It's a bit beefy and doesn't have much sound to it. I would probably add a slip-on, or at least the full exhaust to this thing. But other than that, I'd just do cosmetic stuff like clean up indicator lights and mirrors, do a little something different with that. But other than that, this bike doesn't, it comes with almost everything you really want to add to it. Great suspension, risers, quarter fairing, maybe a little larger fairing from Memphis Shades, where I got the Road Warrior on my old Scout. I'll put up a photo and kind of show you, or you can go dig through the channel and look at some old videos of what I did to my Scout bobber. You know, I keep trying in my head to justify, was the Pan America a sufficient choice over this bike? And I keep wanting to compare the two, but I can't. This bike standalone is just an awesome, amazing bike, and so is the Pan America. And riding them, you get a completely different feeling on both of them. This one, you ride through town, you feel cool, you feel like it's just, you're more in tune with the bike, with the low center of gravity and the way you can whip it around. It feels just like a unit with the road. I don't even know how to make a great comparison. I guess. It's an extension of yourself to feel, you know, cool. You're on a motorcycle. It's great. You're riding with the road. And the Pan America is more of a another tool you have in the arsenal to take you on an adventure, where this feels like a component. Now, holy shit, if any of that makes sense, awesome, because I don't know how to explain it that well, but this is a great awesome bike, and I don't regret switching to a Pan America, because I know as soon as I wanted to go do something or go on a trip, this isn't the bike for that. If you're going over to your friend's house, or you're going to grab a bite of food, or you just want to maneuver through some hills in your area, this is a perfect motorcycle. Everything you need and nothing you don't is what this motorcycle is. It's the best way I can phrase it. It's everything you need and nothing you don't. Alright, that was a solid day doing a little group ride back south. I thoroughly enjoyed the Scout 101 and the Scout Bobber for that matter, but the Scout 101 is just an amazing bike. If you guys have any comments or anything, or you rode the Scout 101, let me know what you think. I thought I was going to be super envious of the Scout 101 over the Pan America, but they're such just two different bikes. I can't really compare the two of them. And I'm super stoked with what Indian's doing. Really impressed with that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Much more to come down the line. It's starting to rain now, so I knew I wasn't going to beat it. But I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.